Welcome students. Today is the first day of the lecture of social science. And in this period we are going to discuss about our first lesson of history. First of all, we will start part 1 history. And the first lesson of history we are going to learn of 9th standard. And the first lesson is sources of history. The first lesson is sources of history. Similar topic you have studied in the 8th standard. You have introduced very well what are the sources of history. Sources of history, it means references, objects, etc., which are helpful for the research and the writing of history. They are called sources of history. So first of all, we will get the introduction of our lesson. Introduction. Till now, we have studied the history of ancient, medieval, and the modern India. We introduced the history of our country of ancient, medieval, and modern history. But in our today's lesson, we are going to learn the historical events took place in after independence. Means we are going to learn the history of our country of post-independence era. History of पोस्ट इंडिपेंडन्स एरा. आपल्याला इंडिपेंडन्स मिळाल्याच्या नंतर जे काही इम्पॉर्टंट इव्हेंट्स झाले, सो दोज इव्हेंट्स कम अंडर मॉडर्न हिस्ट्री ऑफ इंडिया. अँड देयर इज डिफरन्स बिटवीन एन्शियंट अँड medieval sources of history and modern sources of history. खूप फरक आहे मुलांनो. म्हणजे ancient sources of history and the modern sources of history. Then generally you have studied sources of history in 8th standard. For example, material sources of history, written sources of history, oral sources of history, and audio visual mediums. Sources in audio visual medium. They are the types of sources of history. Dear students, generally we are also going to learn in this lesson sources of history based on region, based on area. Sources based on area. Their examples are regional sources, state sources, national sources of history, international sources of history. So students, all those sources means these are the major types, and another there are also sources of history based on province, area. So all those sources are helpful in the writing of history or in the research of history. In this way students, we took introduction of our lesson. Then the first point of our lesson is written sources. Means first of all we are going to introduce with the first point and the first type of sources of history, written sources. Generally you have known about that sources which are in the form of written material. They are called sources of history. Now we will discuss which things are included in the written sources. You have a diagram in page number 1 of your lesson, and you have also a short note of 2 marks in your exercise. So you have to listen this point very carefully. First of all, we will discuss the points of the written sources. First is newspapers. First is newspaper. We also call them dailies. Dailies. Then periodical. Second type is periodicals. Periodicals. Periodicals means books, supplements published after particular period. For example, after a week, 2 week, after a month, after 3 months, after 6 months, or after a year. So those books or supplements are called as periodicals. Then third is diaries. Diaries. You know about diaries. In ancient time, in royal dynasties, every great person or king used to write his diaries. So diaries is also important source of history. Then fourth is reference books. Reference books. Reference books. They may be of different subjects. So they are also included in written sources. They may be included texts, manuscripts, etc. म्हणजे ग्रंथ वगैरे याचा समावेश रेफरन्स बुक्स मध्ये होतो. Correspondence means giving and taking of letters in old times. म्हणजे ज्या पद्धतीने आपण आता पत्र पाठवतो तसं पूर्वीच्या काळामध्ये सुद्धा पत्र पाठवले जायचे, पत्र लिहिली जायचे, पत्र स्वीकारले जायचे. सो दॅट काइंड ऑफ ट्रान्झॅक्शन इज कॉल्ड ॲज correspondence. Documents in archives. Documents in archives. In the next passage, do you know? In the square passage of do you know, you are going to learn about the archives, the place where historical important documents are preserved. It is called archives. Documents in archives. The seventh is government gadgets. Seventh is government gadgets. Means for the convenience of work or working or governance, government use various types of machines, various types of instruments. So those machines, those instruments are called as gadgets. In our lesson we are going to learn about gadgets. For example, teleprinters, pager, etc. Then the eighth is postage stamps. Postage stamps. Students, postal service started in our country from the British Empire. Means from that time to till now, we can see different types of postage stamps having different symbols, having different themes. So those postage stamps also a source of history. Then ninth type is encyclopedias. Last type is encyclopedias. Means it is a text or it is a huge book include information on all branches of knowledge, on all branches of subjects. म्हणजे वेगवेगळ्या विषयांशी संबंधित कन्सेप्ट्स रिलेटेड इन्फॉर्मेशन असलेलं एक मोठं बुक म्हणजे त्याला काय म्हणतात एन्सायक्लोपीडिया. ज्ञानकोश किंवा विश्वकोश असं म्हणतात. In this students we just learned the types of written sources. Now students, you have a square passage after this diagram. Do you know? And in this passage you have given the information about a one thing. Which thing? I told you that thing before this point. Documents in archives. Documents in archives. Archives, it is a place where historical documents are preserved. Historical documents, documents relating to the country, state, etc. So those documents are called are preserved very safely in the archives. So the head office of the National Archives of our country is at New Delhi. New Delhi. In this place we can find the National Archives of our country. And the major characteristics of this archive is it is the largest archives in Asian continent. So it is also a very important thing for our country. Dear students, we are discussing our mood, written sources. this note is not completed yet. Written sources. Now, after writing diagram in your note, you have to explain also the important features or important characteristics of newspapers. Then we will learn newspapers are considered as the fourth pillar of Indian democracy. Newspapers are called as the fourth pillar of Indian democracy. Newspapers comes under media. It is also kind of mass media. So I mentioned fourth pillar of Indian democracy. Our democracy, Indian democracy is established over four pillars. Then the other pillars are, the first is legislature. Legislature makes laws. Second is executive. Second is executive. Executive implement laws. The third is judiciary. Judiciary provide or give justice. And the last one is media. And on that time, newspaper was the major medium of mass media. So newspaper come under media. So newspapers are also the major source, major medium of information. Major medium of information. From 1961 to 2001, there was no alternative in the beginning of those period. 1961 to 2001, there was no alternative for print media, especially newspaper. म्हणजे वर्तमानपत्राशिवाय बेस्ट असं मीडियम त्या काळात बिगिनिंगला नव्हतं. त्यामुळे न्यूजपेपर was the major medium of information on that time. But after 1990, liberalization throughout the world, liberalization took place. Liberalization means all the countries of the world, they accepted liberal policies. They freed their economy and they gave opportunity. Every country gave opportunities to the liberal countries for the investment and all economic activities in their country. So this policy is called as liberal policy, liberalization. And widespread use of internet. Widespread use of internet. That's why the other mediums for print media became available. But instead of print media, other mediums of information became available. But yet, a newspaper still continue to be powerful. म्हणजे म्हणून जरी आत्ताच्या मॉडर्न पिरियडमध्ये न्यूजपेपरला वेगवेगळे मीडियम अवेलेबल झालेले आहेत इन्फॉर्मेशन घ्यायची, पण तरी सुद्धा न्यूजपेपर आत्ताच्या काळात अतिशय पॉवरफुल मीडियम आहे. अतिशय म्हणजे सामर्थ्य वर्तमानपत्रांनी त्यांचा अजून टिकून ठेवलेला आहे. Dear students, we are going to learn the next point, actual point, newspapers. The next point is newspapers. Generally, newspaper provides us information on different fields. For example, national international affairs. We get information about the national international affairs. Okay, then generally newspaper contain matters, events. Matters means events. Newspapers generally contain matters relating to human deeds. म्हणजे माणसाशी रिलेटेड सगळ्या ऍक्टिव्हिटीज, डेव्हलपमेंट्स एक्सेट्रा हे न्यूजपेपर मध्ये आलेले असते. अँड स्टुडंट्स, नॅशनल न्यूजपेपर also have important place in today's age. National newspapers have nowadays started their regional editions. Newspaper have started their regional editions. For example, Times of India. The Times of India newspaper at national level. But this newspaper have started their regional edition in every state and union territory of country. For example, in state Maharashtra. Maharashtra Times, the Maharashtra Times. This is the regional edition of Times of India. So in this way, national newspaper have started regional editions. They have also started supplements over different movements, over different issues. And generally, we see different types of concept in newspapers. For example, so many newspapers started newsletters. Newsletters, they are also supplements. They are also supplements about various movements and various issues in our social or political or economic etc. in the fields. Okay, newspapers have also started their dailies, weeklies of political parties. Means some political parties they also publish their dailies. Dailies means daily newspapers, and also they publish their weeklies, means periodicals, books published after a week. For example, Shiv Sena publish Samna. It is daily, it is newspaper. म्हणजे शिवसेनेने स्टार्ट केलेलं सामना हे जे वर्तमानपत्र आहे, न्यूजपेपर आहे, शिवसेनेने स्टार्ट केले. म्हणजे सम पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज आल्सो रन देअर newspapers. Then some newspapers also started their monthly means books published after a month. Annual magazines, books published after a year, and also they provide special supplements at the end of every year. Annual reference books, these are the books published after a year. So annual reference books are also important medium of information. Students, in this we learn about the newspapers, and in your page number 1 we have to learn about the last point, PTI. Press Trust of India. Press Trust of India. You have also a note of 2 marks in your exercise. PTI, Press Trust of India. It is the largest news agency in our country. Largest news agency of our country, which provides news to the all newspapers of our country. Means they newspaper include national, regional, etc. So PTI provide news to all the newspapers of our country. And PTI established in 27th August 1947. I repeat, 27th August 1947. And then it is established in the New Delhi. Its head office is at New Delhi. Students, but after 1953, PTI became the source of primary information. It became source of primary details on all important events related to different fields. It is also primary source of information which provides news to the newspapers about. They provide reports, photographs, articles on different scientific issues, and information about different fields. And the last one, PTI have also started their online service. Nowadays, it has started its online services. Means online they provide news to the other publications. And the last one is PTI started also satellite broadcasting system nowadays. Satellite broadcasting system instead of using traditional old teleprinters. Means at the beginning teleprinters were used. Teleprinters were electronic messages, typed messages in the form of documents. So through teleprinters, news were distributed all over the country on that time. But instead of teleprinters, nowadays PTI use satellite broadcasting system. Students, in this way, in the first lecture of history, we learn about the our lesson sources of history. It's an introduction. The second point is written sources. Then the introductory passage. Do you know? And the second class passage, newspapers and PTI. You should read those points very carefully, and if you find any kind of difficulty, you should contact to our management. Okay, let's stop here. Thank you.